These budget tips brought to you by MyBudget. Live the life you want free from money worries. MyBudget can make that happen.
The payday loan industry has increased significantly in recent years, and more people are getting into financial strife with these short-term loans. And with some advice on how to avoid getting caught up in the payday loan cycle, we're joined by Tammy Barton from MyBudget. Tammy, firstly, straight into it, what are payday lenders?
Payday lenders are companies who lend individuals a small amount of money, so generally up to $2,000, and they loan them that money for a short period of time. So generally a week, 7 days, up to 45 days, and they charge high fees. So their establishment fee can only be a maximum of 20% of the loan amount, and the monthly fee is 4% of the loan amount, which as a consumer, we are used to looking at interest rates per annum. And so when you work that out, that's actually a 48% per annum interest rate. So they're very expensive.
That is a lot. Now, generally, who uses them and why do we need to be wary of them, other than, of course, the high fees?
The people who generally use these payday lenders are people who don't have any savings. And in addition to that, they probably don't have access to a credit card. Firstly, they might not have qualified to get a credit card. Or secondly, if they do have a credit card, they have maxed those credit cards out. So the people most vulnerable to use these loans are people with no savings. And why should we be wary of payday lenders? Because they are expensive. So if you were to borrow, say, $1,500, you would be likely to pay back a little over $2,500 for the privilege of borrowing that $1,500.
Yeah. Now, for people who do have a payday loan at the moment or are considering it, what are the key things to remember to, not get stung too hard?
Well, make sure you read the fine print and that you make your repayments on time, because payday lenders are able to charge up to twice the loan amount in default fees, which is 200%. So that's the first tip. The second tip is talk to your creditors. So if you do owe your creditors money, perhaps talk to them about putting a payment arrangement in place, and therefore you don't have to get into the cycle of always using a payday lender. Because these loans are expensive, they have the potential to increase financial stress, not actually make the situation better.
How do you get out of the cycle of a payday loan? What are other options? What are better ways to go about it?
Well, firstly, you have to look at what is the root cause of the problem. Why don't you have savings that you could fall back on? 20% of Australians can't access $500 in an emergency. So you really have to look at that root cause. And the best way to do that is to put together a budget so you can get visibility into your finances, work out where you might be able to cut back and create some savings so that you don't have to rely on these payday loans.
Yeah, some very good advice on not getting stung. Tammy Barton from MyBudget, thank you so much for your time this afternoon.
No worries, thanks for having me, Will.